Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So put a hand up if you're ill again. Put a hand up. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm breaking a record for myself. I am. Anyway, I was just about to sit down and carry on colouring this beautiful page from Anastasia Caldereva's new book. Oh, I just realised there's a sticker on that side. That's her Instagram handle, I think. And I did end up picking this page, like I said, in the in the flip through, that I had my eye on this page. Now I will just tell you what colour I did the hair and pull out the glove, the grey glove, because I didn't do that yesterday and I've smeared it a little bit, so I've made sure I've got the glove. But I did use, it wasn't gold, it wasn't gold, Golden Sun, it was Golden Sun for the lightest colour. Or was it yellow? No, it wasn't. It was cream. It was cream. It's not called cream though, is it, Deborah? Yellow ochre. I do apologise. Yellow ochre for the lightest shade, and then I used dark honey, and then dark orange, and the very last colour was autumn brown, and that is the Derwent Light Fast Pencils, and that's the hair colour that I come up with. I wanted this to be a beautiful shade of ginger, and hopefully I've pulled it off. I really like it. I've gone over as well and popped a little bit of shadow. I'm no good with these pencils with skin. Mars Violet. So if you've got any colour combinations for skin tones for light fast pencils, please do leave them in the comments, because, or even email me or message me on Instagram. I'd really appreciate it, because I'm a bit stuck. I do have my swatch chart here, and I'm just a bit stumped at the moment with it. I think I want to colour, I might as well colour the eyes because I know how to colour them, and then for like the jewels and stuff I'm actually going to switch over to Prismacolor, because they like smush together almost, the colours, and they give a good effect for a crystal, whereas I don't think these smush together as nicely as Prismacolor do. For the background, I did initially say that I might even blank out the whole of the background, but I don't think I'm going to do. I'm going to try something, maybe even just like some golds, maybe. It might be a bit difficult with paint. I don't know though, if I pick a smaller paintbrush, it might not be too bad. So I think that's what I'll actually do. I'll colour the eye and then switch over and then get all this done, and then maybe add some black as well and make it really pop. And yeah, I won't do the skin tone colour just yet. If I'm really stuck and I really want to get this page finished and no one's messaged me, I'll just switch over to a different brand of pencils to do the skin tone. But there's some nice colours here. I'm just, because I'm not what's the right word, I don't think my skin tones are very good, and I do the easiest thing possible. I don't mind putting the time in, but I just, even if I spend hours and hours doing skin, it never turns out as nice as I would want it. So anyway, so let's get these eyes done. I want to give her green eyes. So it's Tuesday today. I started feeling well, yeah, I'm feeling well, feeling unwell. Excuse me. Yesterday morning, I want to say, I went to the walking centre, my local walking centre, on, I think it was Friday last week, because I had an infected finger and it's just about healing up now. You can see here. Now, it wasn't due to the nails. The doctor said that, when did you have your nails done? I had my nails done like 2 weeks before, so it can't have been that. But I'm a picker, and when I've done the washing up, I caught it with a knife. You know when you're washing up and you're just in a world of your own. And I caught it with the knife and it just blew up. It blew up in size and it was rock hard. It was so painful. So I'm still currently on antibiotics actually. And then I've gone and got a full-on cold and cough now, but I know that I've caught this from my husband. Let's start off with grass green. Yeah, I've caught this from my husband. He's been quite poorly as well over the weekend, so we've tried our best to stay away from each other as much as possible. Hand sanitisers. He's kept away from Isabel. You know, you can try your best as much as you want, but when you live in the same house and you sleep in the same bed, you're bound to get it. So yesterday I took it easy. I didn't really do much yesterday. I was meant to be going out and doing a bit of shopping, but that didn't happen. I was meant to be doing a bit of shopping today, which ended up being, I'm going to actually zoom you in a little bit. Yeah, so today's shopping trip ended up turning into me going on to Amazon and getting a same day delivery food shop just to last us a couple of days, because I doubt that I'll be able to get out tomorrow morning, and tomorrow afternoon I'm busy because I'm actually, it's only 6 months of me finally getting to get my bloods done and get this scan of my stomach done. So yeah, I've got to go there tomorrow afternoon. My mother-in-law is taking me because it's quite a distance away. If I was to go there, it'd probably take me 3 buses to get there and then 3 buses to get back home. So luckily, she's taking me because she drives. So, but I'm not looking forward to it. It's not a normal scan; it's an internal one, which yeah. It's not fun if you've ever had one of them before, but it is what it is. I need to have it done to move forward with what we've got planned. I need this stupid lump to be removed, so it's the first step to having that done. Just yeah, you have to go through the process, don't you? Sort of. So pine. I think pine's probably the darkest one now. So I do apologise if the coughing and the sneezing and the bit of croaky voice annoys you, but I thought it was better me recording this than possibly feeling a little bit worse tomorrow. But hopefully not. I've dosed myself up on vitamin C tablets, orange juice. I've kept myself warm. I've literally got the heat, like a heat pack on my back now, and you'll hear the radiators pop on and off. I've got them on. I've just put them on 16.5. Just while I'm in the house on my own. So well, technically Rolo's here. My son's just gone to college. So yeah, I've just put it on low, and that'll be nice and well warmish for when Isabel gets home. But we ended up taking us to the walking centre yesterday with a problem with a down below bits. Too much information, but anyway, to cut the long story short, they've given us some stuff. So hopefully we'll see a difference when we've only used the thing twice. So I'm hoping that she's feeling a little bit better today, and I need to go through it. That child has had a growth spurt. If you've seen any pictures of Isabel, you'll see how long that child's legs are. I don't know where she gets it from, I've no idea, but she's having another growth spurt, which means I'm going to have to go through her clothes again. But I rung up school yesterday and I said, instead of me sending all of her clothes to a charity shop, would you like me to send them into school and then you can use them for other children, like if they have accidents or whatever, or they can pass them on to other families? And they said yeah. So that is another job that I need to do today. But I've been watching, while I've been feeling sorry for myself on the couch, I've been watching a lot of human documentaries, you know, like how the first humans came about. What were they called? Homo sapiens. Yeah, I found all that sort of stuff really interesting, really interesting. It was like an hour and 40 minutes documentary. I didn't realise where the time had gone, to be honest, and I had things to do. But yeah, I watched that, and I watched Love Island as well early this morning for the very first time. Now, I was the one that would go, I'm not watching that rubbish, I'm not watching that, but it's like good trash TV when you don't know what to watch, and I quite enjoyed it this morning, to be honest. Yep, and I'm not even embarrassed to say it reminds me a little bit of Big Brother. Apparently that's coming back over here, which I'm looking forward to, because that was one of the things that me and my husband used to watch religiously. Sorry, coughing break. Coughing break. I've even tried to blow my nose and use like nasal sprays and stuff like that, and so I can only apologise for the sniffing. If it's too much when it comes to the editing, I'm not going to upload this video. Yeah, I won't be able to finish all of the eye off, like to add the eyelashes, because the skin needs to be done first. But if I just add the colours to the eyes, it just brings it to life a little bit more, I think. I got restocked as well my paper. I'll have it linked in the description. The paper that I use for my PDF, it's 180 GSM, and I think it cost me about £9 for 100 sheets, and it's superb. If you've seen any of the Hannah Lynn ones that I've been doing recently, they're all printed on that paper, and I've not had an issue with, I mean, obviously it's not watercolour paper, but you can use watercolour on it, markers, pencils, you know, it's good for the price, especially when you're doing a lot of PDFs. So I'm going to pop a little tiny bit of that dusky pink, just a teeny tiny bit over the grey, and I'll do the highlights as well when I've done all the rest of the face. I think I'll do it all in one. So the background now, I want to pick out a nice gold and get all, like my idea is like if I did this line all gold and then this line all gold and then black between, so I'd be missing out on some of these lines, but the majority of it, I think the gold will really pop then, and it doesn't really matter too much if I go out the lines. I'll do the gold first, and then if I go over with the black, if I've gone out the lines ever so slightly, I don't think you'd be able to notice very much. So I pulled out my Calero watercolour palette, and I'm going to use this shade here. So instead of using the true gold one like I usually use, this one's more of a bronzier shade. I should have got a scrap piece of paper, but I'm sure, let me check the bottom of it. Yeah, we're clean. I'm sure that'll be alright. Just rested there. Just while I work, I think I'll work from this top area first, actually. So I've got a couple of different colour size brushes. These are just cheaper ones off Amazon, 000, 00, and then a Princeton Neptune 0, and then a Billy Showell No. 2 brush. And let's see if this will work. Like I said, I don't have to be really careful with going out the lines, because I'll get away with the fact that I'm going over with black acrylic, and that black acrylic that I use, it goes over and hides basically anything you want it to hide. It's been on and off, snowing as well today. This might apparently, this might have not been a good idea, me sitting here filming and talking, because it's making me cough more. But anyway, it's meant to be snowing a lot more tonight, around 7 o'clock I do believe it's due. And I hope it doesn't stick, because that means the bus, number one, the bus won't be able to get down our road, and then number two, I will struggle going out and about because of my leg. But anyway, it should be alright that. You're literally just going to be sat there watching paint dry now. This size brush seems to be alright. Staying in the lines as best as I can anyway. I did a lot of diamond painting as well last night. I probably spent about 2 hours after she went to bed. Excuse me. We only got back home though. I think we were sat in the walking centre for about, I timed it, it was 3 hours and 20 minutes, which in hindsight is probably not that bad, but she did behave herself. I mean, she got upset a couple of times, but by the time that we got back home, it was just enough time to give her a little bit of something to eat, pop her in the bedroom, let her watch 10 minutes of TV, and then it was, you know, everyone to bed and get sorted for the next day. So I came upstairs and sat in here for a couple of hours last night. I did want to do more on this page, but I was just like, oh, my brain. I just need to do something a bit more mindless. That's why I do like the diamond painting when I'm not in the mood to do any painting or colouring, because the colours are already picked out for you. Move this down a bit. I'm hoping as well, maybe this weekend or next, weather depending, I want to nip into Manchester and go into the art shops. There's a couple of things that I'm running low on. I won't do a haul video or anything like that because it's stuff that you've already seen. It's just pencils and stuff that I'm low on, and certain paints that I would like to replace. And plus, I like having a nosy at anything new. There's a specific art shop. I can't remember the name of the place. There's only a few in the centre of Manchester. But you go in and it more so looks like just a stationery shop. But then you go down to the lower level and then you've got all the branded pencils that we know and love. All the paint, anything that you can think of, they've got there. They've even got Copics. And then only up until recently, the last time that we went, which was before Christmas, I didn't know that there was another level. There was another level you could go, so it's 3 levels. And down there they sold like canvases, all shapes and sizes, easels, all your different types of papers, stuff for card making. Oh, there was just all sorts. It was just like Disneyland, that shop for me. It was. So I want to nip back there. There's a shop as well right near it that my son loves. They do like comics and that sort of thing because he's into all that sort of stuff. Actually, instead of coming around here, I'm going to make this one. See, if I make that too thick, it needs to be here, unfortunately. I'm trying to think of the end goal of what I want it to look like. It's not too bad. I think we started a programme as well tonight. It's a Netflix one called The Rig. There's a couple of characters, a couple of actors that were in Game of Thrones that are in this. So it's got me and my husband quite curious, and it reminds us both very much of Lost. Even though Lost was set on an island, this one's set on, well, I do believe, an oil rig. What's funny is Danny's uncle used to work on an oil rig years and years and years ago. So yeah, I think we're gonna give that a go. And I've just done a really easy tea spaghetti that I know that everyone will eat. I bet they're sick of eating it now. But you know, when I'm ill, excuse me, I made for the first time this weekend some Subway, like homemade Subway rolls, meatball marinara. I bought the wrong bread. It was too hard, so it was really messy trying to eat it. But my son seemed to enjoy it anyway. And we're thinking of, we need to go in somewhere and to speak to someone. We're thinking of booking Centre Parks soon, and then we can pay it off in small bits. See, this here is skew if, because now I'm going to have to go underneath, and that's going to have to be a different colour gold. Oh well. Yeah, so if we get it boots, then pay it off in little bits. It won't feel as much as, oh god, we can't afford it. We can pay it off like that. But it's sort of like a tester. Instead of taking Isabel to like Tenerife or Benidorm or wherever, I'm taking her on a plane. Let's see how she reacts to being not at home over here. And where we're thinking of going, there's a couple of different ones. The one that's in Robin Hood is so expensive, but it seems like it's the nicest of the bunch. But it takes us quite some time to actually drive down there. So I think there's one in, was it Yorkshire? I think it was Yorkshire, which isn't that far away from us. So we're possibly thinking of that. But it'll have to be now after a surgery, because we have delayed the surgery. It was meant to be in February. But we've got so much on, so we've delayed it as well, because it's Easter holidays in March. So instead of having like, it'll be 3 weeks off school and then more time off, 2 weeks of that is already the Easter holidays. So that suits us a little bit better. I'm really not looking forward to it, I've got to be honest. Being in hospital for a solid week, I'm going to have to take something to keep me occupied, like the times that she's sleeping. Like take a couple of colouring books, take my Switch. I've even joked and said I'm going to take a diamond painting with me. Because she's going to be drugged up for the first couple of days, obviously, because she's having major spinal surgery, so she's going to be on pain meds. So I'm just thinking, well, what do I do in that time? I know I obviously have to keep an eye on her and clean her, and when she is awake, keep her occupied, but most of the time she's probably going to be asleep for the first day or two at least. So yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do with these. I'm going to do these in the true gold, or even the red gold. I'm going to have to now because I messed it up because I was talking. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's going to be March now. I think it's March the 17th that she's actually got the surgery booked. So I will try my best to, you know, get videos pre-uploaded, shall I say. Just so that I've got something constantly going up for you. And my members as well, because obviously my members, you pay. And I really, really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. But that's another reason why I thought, well, if I'm sat here doing this anyway, I might as well just film it. But in hindsight now, like I said, was it really a good idea? Because all this talking's giving me more coughing. So I can't really win. If I move it a little bit, oh, you can already see how shiny that is. I love this pen. Really reasonably priced as well. I'm still waiting on the Clara Markova book to turn up. It's been shipped. I have no idea when that'll turn up. I'm not in any rush, to be honest. Apart from, I've got to be honest, you know, like months and months ago, you'd come to my channel and my finished pages, there'd be like 20 odd finished pages and I'd get a couple of thousand views and they were like the best content on my channel. And I used to put so much pressure on myself to get all them finished pages done. I don't do that anymore. I don't. I mean, I know I've done a lot of Hannah Lynn, but it's because I've been loving that boot so much and they're just easy pictures to colour in my opinion. So yeah, I've not been putting as much stress on myself, and like when I'm having days like this, I don't feel that I have to, you know, sit here and be colouring for hours and hours to get the finished pages up, you know, I hope you understand what I mean. I think I'm making sense in my mind and then sometimes I'm not. So yeah, I colour what I want to colour now. Occasionally I'll join in hashtags. Half of the time I don't even realise hashtags are going on because I'm not on Instagram that much. I just pop on and off every now and again, and occasionally I have like a spurt of being on there, but yeah, I think it's hard work keeping up on all the different social medias, and hats off to people that like use Twitter and TikTok and have Facebook groups on top of that. I mean, I couldn't sit there on my phone for all that time, I don't think. I really don't think, even though it's like it comes part and part, like doing art videos, I should be online and promoting what I'm doing and talking more to people. I have days where I definitely don't want to do that. Let me see if I can get that very edge bit. I think another snow shower is coming. I didn't even realise it was snowing. These coughing fits are doing my head in now. They really are doing my head in. What was I saying about the snow? Yeah, it was when I was sat there watching Love Island this morning, the front room just went grey. A weird colour, and I stood up and looked out the window. The window! I looked out the window. And yeah, it was snowing. Oh my gosh. I don't know where I catch all these things from. I'm blaming my husband for this one. But he's told me that someone in his work comes in, whether they're fit as a butcher's dog or they're really, really ill as whatever, if they're really ill. And he'll be sitting there coughing and spluttering and snotty nose and everything else that comes with it. And he'll not take a day off work. Well, then that means that my husband will get it, then he'll come home and give it to me, and then I'll give it to our daughter, and then Isabel will give it to whoever at school. Lewis is not included. That child is immune to everything. I don't know how. So which one was it? It's this one. Yeah, it's infuriated. Oh, I totally forgot about this. I have got a little bit of something that's gone on. It might annoy some of you, so just hold your tongue. So, 1 second. Right. I got a bit overexcited then. Even though it's not exciting, it's annoying. So yesterday morning, the bus comes and picks Isabel up. And it must be there like, they must take a couple of minutes to clip her in, because it's a wheelchair. They have to do safety precautions, all that. Yeah. Now I've been in this house now for around 3 months. This new house, and this particular neighbour, I haven't seen or spoken to. I spoke to a lot of them, but anyway, they were clipping her in, and all I heard was beep beep. I thought, who's that? So I had my dressing going on, stood at the front door waiting to wave Isabel off on the bus. Another beep 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 constantly. I popped my head out. It's in a little cul-de-sac that we live, so it's like this. So this is my house here. This house and this car that was beeping was here, and the bus was here. So you couldn't get through, you couldn't get in, you couldn't get out. But the fact that her bus is only there for a couple of minutes while they strap her in, and then the bus drives this way, turns round, and then goes. So it's gone within like 5 minutes. I want to say 5 minutes. Yep. The neighbour that they must have seen Isabel's bus pull up, and they must have had conversations with their neighbours, you know, like the daughter must be disabled, blah blah blah. Yeah, beeping because the car, apparently the bus was taking too long. Now I planned on going round last night and having a word with this person, which probably wasn't a good idea because I'll end up losing my temper. But the fact that I had all intentions to last night, but the fact that we took her to the walking centre and I was sat in there for so long, it was really late when we got back for Isabel. I just got in the house and got sorted. But when the bus came for her this morning, the bus driver said to me, I asked him, I said, did she say anything to you yesterday morning? Did the woman say anything to you? He said, yeah, she did. She said, this has happened every single day. Now, this is the first time that I've seen this car beep like this, or I've even seen that car waiting to come out. So it's a total and utter lie. And the fact is, they come for her more or less at the same time every single day. So if they've got such an issue with it, they either should set off 5 minutes earlier or be comfortable with setting off 5 minutes later. Now, in hindsight now, I'm glad that I didn't say anything, because I would have lost my rag and I would have probably said some things that wouldn't be very good. And at the end of the day, we're going to be living here for a very, very long time, and you don't want to upset your neighbours, do you? But I've already thought to myself and agreed with myself that if it happens again, I'm going to have to go around. I'm going to have to go around and say something. And there's not really much of a conversation to be had. If they're just snotty with me, then it's going to turn into an argument. Which, from everything, I'm even in a WhatsApp group. As soon as I moved in, they added me to the WhatsApp group. I won't say my road name, but such and such street WhatsApp group. And they say like even for instance, over the weekend we had the water being worked on in the area, and then we had messages on there saying like, if you need water for a brew, they've got such and such a pints of water in the garage, we can use that. You know, they're really nice. They're really nice. So to have like really nice neighbours and then that happened yesterday morning, I was pretty shocked. But it didn't happen this morning, and I purposely stood outside right next to the bus and I didn't see that person come out, so maybe they've just set off a little bit later. I don't know. And I've not been out this afternoon either to see if the car is there. Excuse me. I am going to have to end this video sooner than I would have wanted. I wanted to do all the watercolour painting on camera, but the talking is just making my throat tickle, and then it's making me cough. Ugh. So yeah, I think once I've finished this, I need to go and sort out Isabel's clothes before she gets home. Have I done it again? No, we're alright. We're alright. So yeah, we might be going out as well, not this weekend, next. We've not been out for a meal, me and my husband, since a month before we moved house. Oh God. Yeah, that was definitely a sign to finish this very soon. I think I just need to be in silence for a bit. So Danny will be happy when he gets home tonight, no talking. But what has everyone else been working on? Have you purchased the Hannah Lynn book? Have you managed to get a hold of this one? Oh, and did anybody use the email and email the artist regarding this book? Because I know I had 1 or 2 comments regarding the shipping being really expensive, but I explained that I bought this. I didn't buy it from Etsy because the shipping is really expensive, and even, you know, so you're better off just going through the artist if that's what they offer. You might as well. My radiator have just popped off now. I think I make a honey and lemon. Honey and lemon. And see if that'll help a little bit. I don't feel like overly under the weather. You know, like when you feel really run down. I do feel tired, don't get me wrong, because I'm not sleeping because of the cough. But it's just this niggly cough and I haven't really got an appetite. When usually now I would have had breakfast porridge, sandwiches and a snack bar now. And we are currently 6 minutes past 2. And I've had a half an egg and cress sandwich. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to end this video here a bit early. But I hope that I'm feeling a little bit better tomorrow, then I can video something a bit longer for you. I'll do something a bit different. I am thinking of different videos to film. Is there anything specific that you would like to see me do on my channel? I do need to do more diamond painting videos as well, but obviously that is definitely off the plate, and this has been the test today. I can't sit there and talk and talk and talk and talk. Not at the moment anyway, but I do appreciate you watching. I do plan on doing, like I said, the black. It's going to take me a little while to do this, but I do think that it's going to pop. Any skin combinations, again, please leave them in the comments or message me on Instagram or email me. I would really appreciate it. I will leave the skin to last just in case I do get some nice combinations off one of you lovely people. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video when I'm feeling back to normal again. Bye.